Hey guys, so today, obviously, from the fact that I have no foundation on my face, we're doing another foundation first impressions, and I'm super excited because I've been dying to try this foundation. This is a Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, and it's a newer foundation at the drugstore, and it just looks so high-end. It's glass, has a good weight to it, and I'm just really curious to see how this foundation works. So I'm gonna do it first impressions. I'm gonna take you throughout the day. You're gonna see how it wears. We're gonna talk about it, and I'll tell you my initial review after trying it for a full day. So the shade that I got here is MC1, which I think it stands for medium cool one. I meant to get medium warm one. I'm thinking that's how it goes, but I'm not so sure. So really quickly before I get started, kind of about my skin. I have dry to normal skin, and I do have like some darkness from pregnancy, and I tend to like medium coverage, light for every day, but mostly like medium coverage to full coverage foundations right now. And I always list all my foundation matches down below, so if you want to kind of compare or match, check down below. I have a whole list of them for you guys. So let's talk a little bit about what this foundation says or claims that it's going to do just from what it says on the bottle. So I'm not going to look it up because I don't have my phone with me, but let's see what the bottle says. So it says it's the Healthy Foundation. It has SPF 20, brightening complex. It's for all skin types is what it's marketed. It's 1 fluid ounce, which is standard. It is glass with a plastic top. It says packed with vitamins and antioxidants for healthy coverage and to brighten, hydrate, and even skin tone. Ultra blendable, lightweight, buildable, and breathable is what it says. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it. It says it's lightweight, but it says it's buildable, so we'll see how much buildable it really is. And I'm really excited because they did have quite a few shades to pick from, so I feel like I picked a pretty good one, I think. I mean, hopefully we'll see how it goes. Really quickly, just so you know, anytime that I'm doing a foundation first impressions, I will always do these like updates also live on Instagram the day that I'm filming. So if you want to kind of get a sneak peek and see how foundation's wearing, you have to be following me on my Instagram. It's just BONDBEAUTYFUL everywhere. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so now that you guys are in closer, let's get started. All I have on is my daily moisturizer, which is actually just I don't even remember right now. I'm spacing. Let's skip over that. All I have on my face right now is moisturizer. So let's put a primer on. We can put on the Lauder Mercier foundation, hydrating foundation primer, because this is the one I've used a lot. It just basically hydrates. It doesn't do really much. Like, I don't find that it makes my foundation last longer. So we're gonna start by putting that on the face just as a base. I always put on primers, and there's so many good drugstore primers that I definitely suggest you putting on a primer before foundation. It just makes such a difference. All right, so it does say to shake, so I'm shaking it well, and we are going to be applying it with a Morphe sponge on one half of the face, and then a brush. This is my favorite brush, the e.l.f. powder brush, on the other half of my face, and we'll see how it goes. So this does have like a huge, like spoolie type of, not spoolie, but you know what I'm talking about. So let's do the brush side. Ooh, I think this one is too light for me. Looks like it. So let's do the brush first. Yeah, it looks like it may be too light. Or is it? I can't tell. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the brush on one side of the face. Let's do the forehead. Okay, so it definitely is a cool one. Like, it looks more pink to me. I think I grabbed the wrong one, so we're gonna have to deal with it. Just has a foundation smell. So I'm going in with my Morphe sponge. Okay, so I'm definitely, it's definitely like light coverage. And I'm pretty sure I got a shade too light, even though it looks darker in the bottle. Can you see that? We'll see if it oxidizes. And I got better coverage with the brush for sure, but it blended out better into the skin with the sponge. So we'll try to build it. I'm not liking it. Yeah, I'm not liking how it looks. It's definitely sitting on top of the skin weird, and it's matte looking. It doesn't look. It's supposed to hydrate the skin, but it looks matte to me. It doesn't look like a hydrating, natural, healthy foundation. It looks matte, and it does not build up. Do you see that? Not to mention it looks, so yeah, I don't like how it looks so far. Not liking it, guys. Not just the color, obviously, because I got the wrong color, but it's like just sits on top of the skin and it looks powdery and doesn't look nice. I mean, sinking into my lines. All right, I'm just gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back and we'll see how it looks after that. Okay, so I did finish putting on the rest of my makeup really quickly, and this is what I look like without any setting spray. I'm gonna set this because I'm hoping it'll give me a little bit of something, because right now I hate how the foundation looks on my face. You can tell I'm wearing foundation. It's sitting on top of the skin. It looks powdery. It just kept looking worse the more powders I started to pile on top of it. Especially this side where I use the brush, and I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like it. So let me bring it in a tiny bit closer. Okay, so now that you're in closer, you can kind of see like this side looks, I mean, I have more coverage, but I don't like how it's sitting. I even added a little bit of concealer on my little guys, and I don't like how it looks. And it's obviously didn't oxidize, the wrong color. I mean, let's look on here. Check this out. So this is where it's been sitting for a while, and this is the new swatch. So it oxidized more like pinky and like maybe a shade darker. I am not a fan of this foundation already. I'm not liking it at all. I can tell you right now. We'll see how it looks the longer I wear it. It didn't match me to begin with, and now it's not looking the best. I'm not gonna lie. And what's funny is that even it oxidizing, it still looks nothing like it looked in the bottle. So it looks in the bottle very close to my Wet n Wild foundation. I guess you can tell this one's darker, but this looks darker than my face looks, and it comes out lighter. I mean, do you think it does? Maybe it's not. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. I'm not liking it so far, which bums me out because I love the packaging. But it's 12:06 right now. I'll check back with you guys in 5 hours. We're just gonna do 5 hours and then 7 hours, and I'll let you guys know how the foundation looks on the skin. I'm gonna spray this Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous makeup setting spray. I need a little something because this one is killing me. So let's see how it looks. Okay, after I sprayed it on my face, it definitely looks like it melted into my skin a little bit better. It looks a tiny bit better, but like just in my lines, like you can just see my lines already, and I barely applied it. I don't know, guys. All right, so I'll check back in with you guys in 5 hours. Okay, so it's been 5 hours, or 6 hours. It's 6:02. And I think around my cheek area it looks a lot better. It doesn't look so drying, especially after I applied that spray. This is definitely a foundation I'd use a spray on, but I am shiny in the T-zone and I'm not oily. This is just like a strange foundation. Like, I like how it looks here. I like the powder I used, which was the Wet n Wild pressed powder on top of it, because it's always just such a good powder. But yeah, it's like it's oily here, like shiny, shinier than it's ever been. And my husband actually mentioned that he liked the brush side a lot better than the blender, the Morphe sponge side. So I don't feel like it's lost coverage. I do think it's sunk into lines, especially right under my concealer. Like, I'm gonna bring you in a second, but it's so, like, I never get lines under here. And I've used the same concealer I always used, Revolution, but I don't know why. It's just a weird foundation. Not one of my favorites, I can tell you right now. Can you see the lines? Like, can you see that? It's ridiculous. And can you see that how glowy I am? Beauty blender side or Morphe sponge side and brush. And then it's just completely gone from my nose. All right, I'll check back with you guys in 3 more hours, the very end of the night before I wash all of this off, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock, it's been 9 hours. I think if you have, I don't even have oily, like an oily tea. I don't know why it'd be shiny, it's kind of odd. But I do think it broke down for sure if you're oily. So I think if you have dry skin, it'll be good. Or maybe normal skin. I don't know how it's gonna react if you have oily skin or if you have really dry skin. I didn't like how it looked powdery. Right now it actually doesn't look bad on my skin. I think when I first put it on, it looked more powdery, more cakey, more matte on my skin. And right now it doesn't look that bad, and it's been 9 hours. So, I mean, it initially kind of went into my fine lines, but it didn't get worse. So all in all, I don't know what I think about the foundation itself. I don't like the color. I think that after I put on makeup, it kind of, it oxidized and it looks a little bit darker. I mean, it lasted on my skin a long time. I don't like how it initially looked on my skin. I'm gonna have to return this one, get my right color, and then I'll update you guys and tell you what I think about this. Maybe I just need to try different primers with it. I don't know. I'm kind of like an eh. Like, it's an eh to me. I like glowy, like where they look healthy. It said that this was supposed to be a brightening, healthy for all skin types, lightweight, buildable, and breathable, brighten, hydrate, and even skin tone. I don't think this hydrates my skin. So right now I'm kind of like an eh. I'll update you guys for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up if you like foundation first impressions. Also, down below, suggest some first impressions, like some foundations that you're interested in. I would really like to know. And yeah, I guess that's it. I love you guys. Check the description box for foundation matches, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.